More like normal opening.
Double clap.
Triple clap. Quadruple clap.
That was talent.
Thanks. Hello!
Don't break the microphone. I've become best friends with them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm festive.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Dear Hollow Hero. What was that?
I can't wave the mic. I just got yelled at.
What was that?
I hit the mic and I went, Dear Hollow Heroes.
So when I go Dear Hollow Heroes, you do a dance every time?
I'm going to now because I can't do anything with my left hand.
So you're just going to hit it with a Dear Hollow Heroes.
That was a Euro step. That wasn't a dance.
I'm sorry.
He doesn't know the difference between dancing and professional basketball. This is a sports podcast.
I'm here with Meek Man Liam Meekum.
What's up, guys?
And Robespierre Rob Kelly.
I know the difference between dancing and a Euro step.
Which is a brag somehow.
Some people wake up in the morning and know the difference and believe in themselves a little bit more.
And some people are bad.
Somehow that's not you.
Let's get into the top story. So, the NBA All-Star Weekend came to a close, and I think, needless to say, most fans are pretty happy it's over because it was brutal to watch.
Not me. I loved it.
Okay.
I loved every second.
No, you didn't.
I was tuned in. Start to finish.
We were. We were all tuned in start to finish.
We technically were.
We technically were tuned in, but we were not entertained.
No.
As the three-point contest was good. I think the three-point contest was...
Curry versus Sabrina was fun.
Yep, Curry versus Sabrina was good. And then after that, it went down the drain.
Then it got dicey.
We got the same G Leaguer that won last slam dunk contest, won again.
He won it in a G League uniform this time, though.
Yeah, thank goodness. And
I guess. Great for the sport.
The skills showdown, I think that was first. It's just so boring.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And then you had the actual All-Star game, which broke the record, I think 397 points. And it was a 211 for the East that won it. Oh. So defensive effort was there all game.
We'll just call it at a premium.
Yeah, it was. you felt the defensive presence, especially from they did the great ones like Statue, giving up, low effort, the most important defenses you need in that game. But Dame Lillard not only won the three-point contest, but he won MVP of the All-Star game, so he's the only one that profited from all of this.
So he could pretty much pack it up for the year. He's done.
He's done. He doesn't have to do anything with Milwaukee anymore. But what do you guys think of this All-Star weekend? And
what do you think we think?
It's not good. Plain and simple. If you really want to sum it up. Like you said, it was very high scoring, but not in the fun way. There was no defense. They were just putting up trick shots. And listen, I get it. It's the All-Star game, and you want to have fun, and you want to do trick shots, and you want to try and give your buddies alley-oops or shoot from half court. But if no one's trying on defense, make it an open gym.
You're
with
just
the
running
best
drills.
Players. Yeah,
like
it's just open gym, but with the best basketball players on the court.
Pretty much.
And you know what's funny? The only All-Star week that's worth watching is MLB. The other ones are just...
So when I turned on the All-Star game, the first thing out of my mouth was, wow, this is horrible. I'd rather watch the Pro Bowl.
And the Pro Bowl's bad.
The Pro Bowl is, notoriously horrible. And I'd probably rather watch the Pro Bowl.
And the Pro Bowl's horrible. Making a flag is actually a better decision than...
it's better.
It's a better decision than having them fake tackle each other. So I'd say that at least they acknowledge that they don't tackle each other. Yeah. And I think the skills, they do different games every year. I kind of like those. They're sometimes entertaining.
Yeah.
I think that the players that play in the Pro Bowl are kind of a disappointment because they kind of have middling, barely made Pro Bowl players that play because no one wants to go. If you're we barely see, I want to see back in the day when it was a Pro Bowl would have Peyton Manning and Dan Marino and like.
Well, they're both retired.
Well,
That is a good call. Yeah, he's
but-
right. We can't see. Peyton
But I'm
Manning
saying, like,
versus
the
Dan
last time
Marino.
we saw stacked quarterbacks on a team,
Yeah,
there was
right.
Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, but you know who the third quarterback was? Mac Jones. There's always a player that's
Last year we saw Tyler Huntley.
yeah, like
Yep.
they don't, the talent level in NFL is rough. But the worst is NBA because you got all these superstars. You get super excited to watch them not play, to just watch them shoot
They
around.
care less than the fans.
And that's what you get for giving players too much power.
Okay, can I propose an alternative? Because I was talking about this before, and I just wanted to see what y'all think. I think that instead of the game, and this is a little bit of a radical change, I understand that, but similar to the NFL where they just kind of nixed the game and made it a whole new thing, I think they should nix the game, take it out, and do a one-on-one bracket-style challenge. Winner moves on to face the next opponent. The fans vote for seeding, so the fan vote matters, and then the 1 seed plays the 16 and whatever, and you keep on moving on, and the winner of the whole thing gets $1 million.
Money doesn't really matter to them.
You put
It's
money
$1
in
million,
front of them,
dude.
it gives them incentive to actually win this
It's
tournament.
something. It's a reason to actually try. And plus, one-on-one matchups, you're going to see people try because they don't want to be like, oh, you got embarrassed on that one-on-one.
True.
If it's a team game, it's like, oh, my team lost. Like, it is what it is. You put it at a one-on-one matchup, there's ego involved now.
True. Who would win if it was this All-Star game?
Ooh, that's a good question.
If we did a bracket
I mean, I think Jokic is the best player in the world, but I don't think he's winning one-on-ones.
LeBron would be up there with winning it. Giannis would probably.
Giannis would probably win it.
Giannis would probably
Giannis,
win
yeah.
it. You could argue Luka could.
Steph could.
Steph could.
I don't think it'd be.
Steph would have trouble guarding, though. Actually,
Yeah, exactly.
so.
I don't think it'd
You would
be.
have to be front court, back court.
Yeah, it'd have to be the front court,
Yeah.
the back court. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Where would you
That's
put
why
Ben Simmons?
Giannis kind of makes the most sense because he's one of the more versatile big men
Yeah.
in the league, and that'll help him, especially on the defensive side of it compared to
But
just
if you
offensive
do-
defense. Because you have Steph trying to defend against Giannis.
Yeah, but it'd be hilarious.
yes, it would be.
Like Joel Embiid versus like Steph Curry, like
Like Trae
it'd be
Young?
Sick. Yeah, versus Trae Young.
Rejected!
That's enough right there. I'd be in. But no, if you do like a front court, back court, and then a centers bracket, it could be pretty fun.
True. And all you have to do is shell out $3 million.
You don't think they spend that on All-Star Weekend anyways?
True.
Absolutely.
They probably spend way more than that.
Yeah, they just got brand new courts for absolutely nothing.
They got to stop trying too hard with these courts because they don't look good. Another thing.
I thought this one was okay, but it's like, did we really need that, or can you just fix the All-Star game?
Yeah, I don't.
I think that do you keep the slam dunk, or do they need to convince players to participate in it that are not just G Leaguers and Jaylen Brown?
Yeah, but I mean, if you get hurt doing the dunk contest,
But the dunk
You lose your
contest
swing
used to be
during the home
so
run?
cool.
But you lose a lot of home run derby winners lost their swing in the second half of the season. But that happens. Like, that's the risk you take. But at the same time, some players, when they win the home run derby, come out and swing better. So you look at things
Yeah, but
like that.
you can't get better from doing a dunk contest. You can only get worse.
True.
Can't be like all of a sudden Trae Young just started dunking because he did the dunk contest.
He
Doesn't work like
jumped
that.
over one car.
Either you do it or you don't.
True. But you got to remember that these were superstars that were once doing it. So
Absolutely.
I just think that either get rid of it or get the right people to do it. So the day that the home run derby becomes,
My big issue is we're not going to see any new dunks. They've all been done. We're going to see repeats. How many more original things can you come up with that are actually good?
jumping
Very
over
little.
jumping over a camel.
Jumping over two cars.
Okay, but like we've seen the cars. A
Not two of
camel
them.
would be pretty cool, I guess.
I don't
But how
mean
do you-
like next
how do you
to
get
each-
the
I mean
proper
stacked on
permits?
top of each other.
Yeah, it'd be cool. But again, we've seen like the car thing.
A camel on top of a car.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness, we nailed it.
Now we're getting somewhere.
And now we have
Now
to
I'm
make
in.
the bucket.
I was out before. Now I'm in.
So something that me and Liam were talking about this, bracket earlier, but something I brought up, a possible change, a possible incentive for these players to actually try hard is that the losing team has to sleep on the court.
No way you're getting that to work out.
Yes, but do you think they would try harder if they had to?
No.
No.
Really?
I don't think they'd care.
It would become a fun tradition after a while. They would prepare for it. They'd like bring their sleeping bags and their jammies.
They're all wearing their team themed.
You get like LeBron and AD like cuddling up after the game. Like, all right,
just throwing a movie on the jumbotron.
like that sounds lit. Actually, like I'd be like, yo, guys, we got a tank. Like the All-Star score would be like 6-3. Like
Adam Silver comes down just yelling at him, "You have to score a basket. You can't all sleep on the floor tonight. Please, Adam."
every game would be like a tie.
We all lose. Like former teammates that are on different conferences. What if we lose together?
Then they would have to change it to be the winners got to sleep on the court. It would somehow become an honor.
This game would be played harder than the NBA Finals.
Yeah, LeBron James is great, but I mean, how many times did he get to sleep on the court? Like,
Yeah, but they would start doing that when he was 43. You got to think about the.
Could you imagine that they would fight not for $1 million, but to sleep on the court? That's incredible.
Boy Scout style.
Well, I don't know what we were talking about anymore. So I think it's a good time to move to quote of the week. It's time for stat of the week. So it was supposed to be quote of the week, but we changed it to
What?
we changed it to stat. We changed it to stat of the week. So this is a stat that just this is the stat that just came across. They keep emulating whatever I do whenever we start a new segment. I point.
for those of you listening, no, we're not. Ben's just making things up.
Yeah, of course. So
Ben
this,
likes to gaslight the listeners.
so this is a stat on the 2015 to 16 Warriors, who were first in the league with a 113.5 offensive rating, and this was the 73-9 Warriors.
Yeah, they were insane.
If they were placed in today's league, which is one of the greatest teams ever assembled, they would be tied for 21st in the league with their offensive efficiency
Yeah.
and points.
So efficiency back then was a completely different thing than efficiency now. They went from first to 21st in the league.
They would be a bottom tier team
Offensively,
offensively today
yeah.
if they were placed in
There's
now.
no defense anymore. I mean, we're seeing the All-Star game pretty much every night. That's what that means. Teams are just scoring. We're going to see 200 points soon. Teams are just scoring
easy.
at will.
I don't get it.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
Yeah.
If I'm being perfectly honest.
One of the best
So-
offensive teams we've ever seen.
So it's like points. It's point efficiency is the stat.
Offensive rating.
Offensive
It's
rating,
pretty
okay.
much, yeah, it's like a general stat.
That. See, what I'm trying to grasp here is, well, one, it's the context of the stat in the time is very important in itself because defense was played
Yeah.
more.
At least more.
Yeah, more. And it is now. Because arguably, you take that roster and you put it in today's game, it's still going to be one of the best teams ever created. But man, that's insane.
Can you look up what goes into offensive ratings?
Sure, but what I don't fully understand is how how they don't play defense. Like, is it that they're just the offense is getting better, or are they just
Well,
not?
the offensive talent in the league is vastly improving. That's undoubted. I mean, the guys we're seeing in this league come in and they know how to score the ball, but they don't know how to defend against all these new ways to score.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
We're seeing it in baseball, we're seeing it in football. Is there some sort of basketball analytics that is telling these new coaches and these players, listen, defense really doesn't do anything for you. You just got to outscore them.
By the way, offensive rating is how many points you get per 100 possessions.
Per
So
100.
113 points for the 2015-16 Warriors. They got 113 points for 100 possessions. That's 21st.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
That's insane.
So if you have 100 possessions per game, they would score 113. That was the best. Wow. Yeah, no, I mean, no, I don't think there's anything new in analytics that's saying don't defend, score the ball. What I think it is, it's a culture change. And, I mean, it's naturally happens and it makes sense why. You see the guys on TV, what do you want, always trying to emulate? You're trying to emulate Curry's 3-ball or Shaq's dunks or, I don't know,
But
LeBron James laying the ball in. Or
yeah, but at the same time, you have great defenders. And even in LeBron James, he's famous for his defense as well.
But when you watch, what do you watch?
You watch offense.
Anybody. I mean,
This
we're
is-
all guilty of it.
and
We
this-
all want to see the offense.
And this is what's the problem with NBA, especially, is that this is how I view it that in the situation. With MLB, you get fortunate because your defense, they're kind of only tasked with being a defender, which is your pitchers. That's all they do.
Yep.
So to be good, you have to be good at playing defense. When it comes to NFL, you only get 16 games, so you have to play. And your defenders are only tasked
There's a flaw in this
with
logic.
playing defense. In NBA, you are tasked with both, which therefore means they just prioritize offense.
So why are we not seeing 10 points a game in hockey?
well, that's it.
They play both sides.
Well,
both sides.
they also have someone whose main job is to stop people from scoring. They have
They
a
have
goal.
they have a goalie, and they have
guess.
defenders that
You're
are
right.
primary defenders.
That's fair enough.
And
yeah.
that's an excuse for the NBA, but at the same time, if this happens, then it means the regular season's a joke, which would be horrible for the NBA. If they start playing defense in the postseason, then the NBA regular season is going to become a joke, and that's something they need to change. And in my opinion, either making the games matter more or putting less games might change.
They're never going to put less games.
They're never, but it just makes it come out to feel like they don't care about the regular season.
And I know this is a huge problem for you, and you've always been on this wave. Too many teams make the playoffs.
I hate that.
I know you do.
They need to
Football,
care.
I don't think there's a problem. I know you think there's a little bit of a problem. I don't think there's a problem at all. I think it's perfect.
It's borderline. If they add
I think
one
it's
more, I'm going to get
perfect.
mad. If they add one more, I'm going to get mad. Baseball's
think-
perfect. Baseball's perfect in my opinion.
No, I think that I think it's too few. But that's not what we're talking about.
Sure.
I think the NBA is too much. It's way too much. More than half the teams are making the dance. And I know the playing game, it's like, oh, they got to fight for their lives. But, like, some people still consider that even the playoffs. It's still the postseason, really.
And a lot of teams are okay with making the play-in.
Yeah, they're like, all right, that was a success. We made the play-in. It's terrible. I don't know. And really, it's a shame because we know the contenders. And I know the Heat did it as an 8 seed, and it's fine. But, like, we really know the teams that are going to be up there. It's going to be the 1 through 6 teams that can really do damage most of the time.
And I
And
think,
even then, it's usually 1 through 3.
and it shouldn't be. If you have 15 teams in a conference, more than half shouldn't make the playoffs.
I agree.
I think a third should make it. 5 teams each should be how it works. A third of the teams. You have to be the top third to make the postseason.
Yeah.
I think 5 teams from each conference should make it. You have your 3 division winners and 2 wild cards. That's how it should
I
work.
agree with you. Because as a Heat fan, I don't care about the regular season at all.
No.
As long as I make the postseason, I'm good because
the
I
way-
know my team heats up.
I believe that your team would have still made the postseason because I think you won the division.
We might have.
You won your division. I think
There's no.
as much
There
as
is
I can,
divisions.
There
I-
is?
There is
yes,
divisions.
as much as I cannot stand.
Believe it or not, there is.
Whenever I look at
There's
the
3 divisions per conference.
whenever I look at it, it never brings it up when
Oh, yeah.
I look at the standings.
It just
only brings
doesn't
up
matter.
conference.
It doesn't matter.
And I think it should. Because
I
I
agree.
kind of go back on a point. I believe that if you're under 500 and you win your division, you shouldn't make the playoffs sometimes. But at the same breath, I do believe there should be a reward for beating all the teams that you're in a division
Agreed.
with. So I think as NBA-wise, I think they should have your 3 division winners and 2 wild cards. Not everybody makes it. So so you're hoping for the upsets that like the Heat did, which is great and all, and it was a cool run, but it makes the regular season a joke. So then we're just sitting there waiting for the postseason to start. So thank goodness postseason is 2 months long, so at least you get 2 months of competitive basketball.
True.
So
I mean, the postseason's great.
postseason's phenomenal because they play defense.
It's real basketball.
They play defense,
It's refreshing.
but we have to wait for 5 months of regular season to see which 5 teams don't make the postseason.
Thank God for football season and March Madness because it gets you through it.
It's time for game time, and this is a Liam. Can you stop it?
You point down, which is weird. You
This
don't
is-
point straight. You just like arc your arm.
For those of you watching or just listening, he pointed down.
So Liam, you have the game.
Is that the introduction?
Yeah, go.
Thanks. All right, so this one is going to be called the path less traveled. Okay. Essentially, I'm going to list a career, and you guys are going to tell me whose career it is.
Okay.
I'm going to list one team at a time. Every time I list a team, you both can answer with one player.
Okay.
Okay. The first individual. Who would like to go first?
I think Rob should go first.
Rob can go first on the first one. You go first on the second one.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
St. Louis Cardinals. That's where he started.
Where he started.
Yep. You can give me a guess.
My first guess is going to be Lars Nootbaar.
Wrong.
Okay.
Is this baseball?
It's the St. Louis Cardinals.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, St. Louis Cardinals. Let's go with. I don't got anybody right now. Hold
You
on.
don't. You can't list one Cardinal.
Albert Pujols.
No. You guys can pass, by the way, if you just don't know anybody.
Oh, okay.
By the way, it's women's volleyball. It's not basketball or baseball.
Wait, no, it's really?
No.
Oh, okay. No, but that is something you would do. That is something you would do, and you know it.
You're right.
It's a women's volleyball.
Rob was like, I don't know any. Does Serena Williams count? Cardinals to Yankees. Ben, go ahead.
Harrison Bader.
Wrong.
That was your guess, wasn't it?
What? No, it was your guess. We're alternating. We already established that.
No, I'm just saying, was that your guess?
Harrison Bader? No.
No?
I knew it
Okay.
wasn't going to be Harrison Bader.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Come on.
Couldn't have been Harrison Bader.
Why would it be Harrison Bader when it's so obviously someone else who's not Harrison Bader because it's Jordan Montgomery?
It is not.
Dang it.
He started on the Yankees.
He then went to, it's your guess now, Rob, San Diego.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is. It's weird.
Mike King? Mike King?
Not Mike King.
So, a Cardinal that went to the Yankees, that went to the Padres.
Correct.
Oh, man. Matt Carpenter.
And for the win,
Let's go!
it is not Matt Carpenter.
How is it not Matt Carpenter? Oh, I thought you were so right when you said Matt Carpenter.
Cardinals, then the Yankees, then the Padres, then the Nationals.
Oh, my goodness.
Ben, it's your guess.
Who is this person?
You can pass.
To the Nationals? Oh, my goodness. Pass. I got nothing.
Rob?
I'm going to pass as well.
He's going to the Brewers. Rob, this to you.
I've genuinely no idea, but I don't want to not guess.
Okay.
You know? That's kind of where I'm at. So I'm just going to throw out a name that I know is wrong.
Yeah,
And I'm going to say IKF.
it is not.
Okay.
You got anything?
Yankee to Padre.
Cardinal, Yankee,
Cardinal, Yankee,
Padre, National,
National,
Brewer.
Brewer.
I have one more hint after this. It's not a team, but it's a hint.
Is that his whole team?
It's his career.
That's his whole career.
That's his whole career. So he currently is a Brewer
Wait, I didn't get
or
this hint.
retired.
Whoa. I'm not giving you the guys the
Okay.
years.
Ended the career as a Brewer, but was once a Yankee. Started as a Cardinal, and then moved to the Padres.
I'm calling it a pass.
I'm calling it a pass.
Okay. He's an active player. You guys can just shout it out if you know it. He's an active player. He currently has a minor league contract. He currently has a minor league contract in New York.
Luke Voigt.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes, sir. We were just talking about him today. He got signed by the Mets.
I wasn't part of
Today.
that conversation.
The Cardinals killed me. I would have never gotten
know.
his start was
I
on
know.
the Cardinals. I thought he started on the
Who
Yankees.
remembers Luke Voigt as a Cardinal?
I just remember him if he started with the Yankees,
Year and a half
I could have
with
made
the
that work.
Cardinals.
Year and a half with the
That's
Cardinals.
crazy.
Wow.
He actually, the half year is only like 8 games.
Oh, okay.
So he was useless
year.
on the
A year.
Yeah, a year. And probably backup first baseman for them too.
All right. Next one. Who started the last one? Ben. No, Rob started the last one. Ben, give me a Nick.
A New York Knick.
A New York Knickerbocker.
Joakim Noah.
Good guess, not him.
Pass.
You do want to take a shot? Rob, going to you. A New York Knickerbocker. And then a Dallas Maverick. Yeah, it's not easy yet.
Kyrie.
No.
Okay.
Tim Hardaway.
No, good guess. Knicks, Mavs, Wizards. Ben.
Knicks to the Mavs to the Wizards. Is it Kristaps Porzingis?
It is Kristaps Porzingis.
Bang! I got you,
Sir.
Mac.
Yep. And then the next one was going to be the Boston Celtics.
Yeah.
Rob, you're starting us out.
Yep.
Give me a New York Giant.
Eli Manning.
No, that would be a really lame path game.
And we're done.
I guess I couldn't even put the Chargers up there because it was 2 hours.
So this is a journeyman that started his career on the Giants. Evan Ingram.
No.
Well, he's not really a journeyman, but he
Yeah,
left.
2
so-
teams.
yeah.
Ben. Giant Brown.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bang.
Yes, sir. That was quick. Obviously, he went to L.A. and now the Ravens. Got a hell of a slate here. Give me a Montreal Expo, Ben.
Pedro Martinez.
Wow. You are on fire, guy.
No way.
It is not Pedro Martinez.
Oh, thank God. I was
imagine?
gonna lose my mind.
Could you imagine?
Vladimir Guerrero Sr.
It is not. Give me a Montreal Expo and then a Seattle Mariner, Rob.
Ken Griffey Sr.
No, sir.
A Montreal Expo into a Seattle Mariner. I would probably... Oh, man, I got nobody. Yeah, nobody.
Let's take a trip on down to Houston.
Might go?
Might go.
Randy Johnson.
Ben, you are killing it today. It is
Is not.
Randy Johnson.
It is? Oh! You got my hopes up just to tear him apart.
He was then a Diamondback, a Yankee, a Diamondback again, and then a San Francisco Giant.
I felt like if you know what was my thought when I realized could be him, I'm like, I didn't want to get it to Diamondback. So it was
Yeah.
like, I have
Yeah.
to get it now.
Yeah, because I knew if it went to Diamondback, that was
He's
Rob.
getting it.
Well,
yeah.
no, I was guessing Randy Johnson that turn anyway.
Oh,
Well,
so
there
I
you
just
go.
got lucky on the turn.
Yep.
Let's go with Ben. You're going to start.
Best or the last one.
Did he?
My turn.
Good call. You're on the ball today, Rob. Minnesota
Thanks.
Timberwolf.
Cat.
No, sir. Again, really lame path.
Listen, yeah, but I'm just.
Kevin Garnett.
No. Cleveland Cavalier.
Timberwolf into Cav? A Timberwolf into a Cav? Could it be Darius Garland?
It is not. He was started with the Cavs.
He started with the Cavs? Okay.
Rob?
Is it
Randy Johnson.
Kyrie again?
It is not. He didn't start with the Timberwolves. Rob?
Yeah.
Miami Heat.
Timberwolves, Cavs, Heat. Is it Bam?
It is not. Only played for the Heat.
Okay.
So a journeyman that stopped with the Chris Bosh?
No, sir. That's all I got for you. Active player. Call it out whenever you have it.
An active player that's played with the Timberwolves, then the Cavs, then the Heat.
Yep.
Big
Big man.
man. Active big man on the Heat. That is not.
How many of them are there?
That is not Bam Adebayo. Kevin Love.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I forget he's a Heat.
Rob, you got to win one, dude.
I know.
And this is a perfect time to, because our first team for the next one is the Baltimore Ravens.
Ben goes first.
Ben, you start.
Baltimore Raven journeyman. Joe Flacco.
No.
Kyle Juszczyk.
No. Buffalo Bill.
Raven to a Bill.
That's an interesting one.
A Raven to a Bill. Who's a Raven that turned into a Buffalo Bill? I am stalling for you, Rob.
I'm gonna call it a no contest
Yeah, I'm
here.
gonna call it a pass.
All right, a Raven to a Bill. I would go with a. Yeah, I'm gonna pass as well. I got nothing.
Raven Bill Brown.
Ooh, a Raven to a Bill to a Brown.
It doesn't get easy for a while.
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
No.
When in doubt.
Rob.
I
I'm gonna pass.
pass. Yeah.
We're taking a trip over to San Diego.
Oh, it's San Diego.
Raven Bill Brown Charger.
In San Diego Charger. Or is it an LA Charger?
I believe it's a San Diego Charger.
Okay. So San Diego
No,
Charger.
no, it's not him.
Who could it be? Who played?
Ben, this is you.
All right, he passed.
No, it's
No,
your
it's
turn
your
first,
turn.
This one.
Oh, it is my turn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to have to pass. I need more.
You are gonna pass.
Yeah.
Ray Rice.
It's a great guess, Rob.
Thanks.
But unfortunately, he did beat a woman in an elevator, which prevented him from going to all these teams.
Yep.
Did not expect
I just
that
didn't feel
to be
like
the-
passing again.
We're going to Texas, boys. Houston Texan.
Houston Texan.
Nice little road trip here. Seeing a lot of the United States.
It's Rob man.
Oh, yeah.
All these teams.
I know.
So many teams. Fantastic. Great answer, clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's my turn still?
I believe it's your turn, yeah.
Yeah.
Rob just guessed John Elway.
I'm going to go with this was a crazy guess, but no, it can't be him because he's a Dallas
What were you
Cowboy.
thinking?
I was thinking Cole Beasley, but I'm like, he's a Dallas Cowboy, so I can't do that.
Towards the end of his career, he was.
Towards the end of his career as a Cowboy?
Cole Beasley was.
Cole Beasley?
Yeah.
It's wrong, but I'm going to guess Cole Beasley.
Eh.
Yeah.
Next team, New York Giant.
Well, that helps why you said on our break that you would get
True.
this one easily, so that gives more reason to.
Okay.
Is it your turn first?
It is.
A New York Giant, in the middle of this, roll?
Entree Roll,
Entree roll?
the Cardinal.
Dang it.
Rob, who we got?
Graham Gano?
No, sir. He's an active player.
He's an active player.
Yeah.
Journeyman
Yeah.
that has found his way to
He
the
is
Giants
on the
currently,
Giants.
right now.
Yeah.
Has played on all of these teams.
Yeah.
He's got to be old.
He's up there.
Pew?
No. Also a Cardinal.
This is impossible.
It's not.
It's really not.
He was a starter.
Well, last year, like last season, he started.
Yeah.
Oh.
Offensive side of the ball.
Offensive side of the ball. All of these teams, an old man on the offensive side of the ball.
Not a lineman. Skill position.
You got Matt Breida,
You do have Matt Breida,
but he's not.
but he's also not on the Giants.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe he is. He actually might be.
I'm blanking.
I think he's
It's-
your backup running back.
Not anymore.
Oh. Who on
Because if I'm remembering correctly based off of these clues, is it someone who wasn't the initial starter but got the job later on?
Hit me, Rob.
Oh,
Hit me. It's,
Tyrod
Rob,
Ta-
it's Rob's guess.
Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, you shouldn't have said it, dude. You shouldn't have said it.
I messed up.
Would you have gotten it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking Tyrod Taylor, and I was like,
Yeah. When you were like, he was a starter this season, I was like, yeah, he technically was. He was a starter.
okay.
Dang,
Guys.
that's
Tyrod Taylor, man.
a great job.
That was a good one.
By the way, speaking of Tyrod Taylor, another stat of the week. I think we've already mentioned this before, but Tyrod Taylor's 2015 stats line up very well to Lamar's stats
Crazy.
last season. And the only difference is Tyrod's defense was terrible, and the Ravens have the number 1 defense. Something to think about.
So, Rob, that one was actually weighted 6 points. So that makes you today's winner.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm kidding. We do have another game, though.
We do have another game. Want to go straight to it?
Yeah, we could go straight to it.
All right.